nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.
Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jenny. How is everybody today? So, I was up. I didn't get to bed, I guess, until like 12:30 last night. So I did an event at Protean Books in Baltimore. I'd been there years ago. They had a huge warehouse as a bookstore, selling antiques and weird stuff and things like that, and had a little oddities museum in the back. Well, they reopened, and I was asked to do their April Fool's reopening event. So got to read tarot again nonstop, and it was a lot of fun, but it's one of those things where if I didn't do this, I would not be up this early. But I guess this is a good habit to have for all of us. So, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory and chance to check in. And a reason to just listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, and a reminder to breathe. And take a sip of coffee. So, with that breath, where's our feet at? Making sure they're comfortable. Mine are flat on the floor, and I'm just rolling the ankles because that feels darn good. And then our butt, our little midsection there, doing the kitty dance, getting that comfortable. And then our chest, wow, taking that breath, seeing where our shoulders are. And then our neck, so that we can flip that light switch that says, let's check in with the universe. So, this week I'm going to be in Brand Art Yoga on Saturday for, what is that? First Saturdays in Frederick, so that's going to be exciting. So, but the question is, what does the universe have for us? Or as I like to say, the universe holds up a mirror, asks us what do we see, and we can use the tarot for that reflection. Actually, I was sitting there thinking about it. Last night, I've never gotten so many majors at an event. So I don't know if it's the atmosphere and the energy, but I had multiple, more than a few spreads that had more than 2 majors, and majors are the destiny cards for people that aren't sure. And even had one that had all 4 majors, and totally different than the spreads I get in the morning here. That was a weird event, weird energy. So, kind of a lot of fun though. So what am I going to do here? I am going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation will be a different path than this one. Question is, which one do we want to pull today? And I'm going to grab the center stack, or what I like to think of as what's right at the heart. Just to get a bead on the energy of last night. That's so interesting. So many majors. So I'm going to do a 3 and 1. And I'll flip each card over one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book. I have to say, it was a really good crowd last night. A lot of energy. So, the exciting part, flipping that first card over to see where we're going. We're starting right off with the majors. We have the Strength card. Look at this. So, it's not how much weight can I pick up. It's our internal strength. It's that strength that we sometimes need to just go that extra inch. And it's interesting about the original Marseille card because it's almost as if she's giving birth to that lion. So it's about giving birth to our own inner strengths. And she's looking at the Three of Swords. So, swords being our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxieties. You know, when we have two swords, we have decisions to make. It's about, especially when we tie it to strength, there's certain decisions, certain choices, certain things that we need to do. And sometimes when we get the Three of Swords, it's kind of like one of those things where if we don't make the decision, that third sword might come in and make that decision for us. And it might not be the decision that we would have wanted. So, to the Eight of Cups. So, cups are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. Cups are the element of water. And Eight of Cups, in our numerology from 1 to 10, where we want to get to 10, 8 is so close. 8 is where we, 8 is where we kind of get a chance to reflect on how we got where we are today, where we want to go, what our ultimate goal is to reach that 10. And keep in mind the cups are our spirituality and our emotions. And when we get to the Eight of Cups, it's time to reflect back on the things that helped us get to where we are and the things that we may need to leave behind. There's emotional blankets. There are things that helped us where we can do the Marie Kondo and say, thank you for helping me to get this far. It's time that I choose a new path and choose to keep moving forward. So, when we look at a spread like this, we have goals in life. And sometimes it's going to take that extra oomph to be able to, instead of just going with the flow, but to review our choices. With the Eight of Cups, we're asking, do we want to stay with where we are and what we're doing? Or are there certain things that no longer help us? Certain security blankets, certain things that might actually be holding us back now. Habits, relationships, things that we don't want to let go of. It's a time to contemplate those things that we might want to let go of. Because to get where we are, we've had to put in the strength. We've had choices to make. Now, where do we want to go from here is the question. So let's see what the advice card is. It's another major. And it is the Papist. It is our the High Priestess. Good morning, Angelina. So when we see the High Priestess, what is she? She is that inner voice that we have. That inner voice we sometimes ignore and later come back and say, oh, I knew it. What was I thinking? Why didn't I do X, Y, or Z? But sometimes it's difficult when we have a lot of noise. We have choices to make and things that we may need to do that we might not want to do, even though we know it's right. But again, we got here today because of our, the people around us, the things that have helped us. That was our inner strength. And our inner strength helped us to get to crossroads in our lives and choices. And the High Priestess now is just asking us to find a quiet place, to maybe write down where we are and where we want to be. Maybe add that with a gratitude list of the things that helped us to get here, the people. And then we go back and we get quiet and we say, what do I need to know to move forward? Because a lot of the times with the tarot, it's not fortune telling. A lot of times it's just validating what we already know. We know what we want to do and we know what we need to do. Sometimes, though, we just let the anxiety get to us, but we don't just get quiet and say, what's the next step to get where I want to go? So the 8 is asking us, what is the next step to get where we want to go? And remember that with the tarot, the minors are the day-to-day cards. This is a welcome to a Thursday. The majors we pay attention to. And with this, it's the things, that extra strength we've had to pull up in the past to get to where we are today. So that we can be at a crossroads or be at a point where it's maybe time to reevaluate. Reevaluate where we want to go and what we're doing. And again, taking the moment to be quiet, to just listen to that inner voice, to be able to set a new path or a path with a goal in mind. So today, think about your goals. Think about where you want to be. And then think about each one of these cups as a step. And that the vines are the path that we need to take to accomplish what we want to do. And thus, with that, thank you all very much again. I hope you have that amazing, amazing day, amazing evening, wherever you are, whatever time you are. And I am going to be back here again tomorrow. Thanks again. Take care. And I will see you in the morning.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance.